You're the architect of the garrison.
Oh, well, it's what I'm known for. So that happened. What's going on, guys? I'm not too sure what all that was about. This house is just complete insanity. But today I wanted to talk about my ACL reconstruction journey, recovery thing. Yeah. So let me start off by explaining what happened to me, how I ended up getting injured, and what got me to the point where I ended up getting surgery. Those of you who are new to the channel, I do a sport called tricking, which you're watching right now, and it's just insane flips, mad kicks, and all that sort of thing. I think it's been 2 years since my surgery, or maybe 3. It's been 2 or 3 years. Kyle! Is it 2 or 3 years since I had surgery? Alright, cool. My memory's not great. February the 5th? Yeah. February the 5th, 2016, I had ACL reconstruction surgery. So the first time I ever got flown out to a tricking event in America was Colorado. I think it was June 2015. I was there for 2 weeks, and within 3 days, I completely obliterated all the ligaments in my knee. ACL rupture, MCL, LCL, and a bucket handle tear on my meniscus. And there was cartilage damage as well, so I fucked it quite hard. But basically, I came back home. I didn't think it was that serious because I continued to train. I took a couple of days off whilst I was out there. Then I started lifting and stretching again. I didn't think it was that serious. I came back home, got on the rehab, continued to trick, but then I reached a point, wasn't getting any better past that point, and that was an issue because there was still a stability issue with my knee. I'd never had a serious injury up to that point. Because I was doing tricks and because I was lifting pretty heavy weights, I felt like, well, it can't be that serious because, well, look at the shit that I can do. I decided to go to a bunch of different physios and stuff. I spent quite a lot of money wasting my time trying to find a decent physio. I had one experience where I went to the physio, explained what I'd done, what I planned to do, how I was going about dealing with the injury, and all she did, I paid her something like 50, 60 pounds for 45 minutes of her to tell me how muscular my legs were. I seem to know what I'm doing, so I should just keep doing that. That's how bad the advice was. But anyway, so I decided to get an MRI scan. It takes a couple of weeks. I get the results back. Doctor says you need surgery. Between 2 and 3 months later, I got the surgery. This is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to deal with. Tricking is my entire life. I'd literally just moved into a house full of trickers. I was surrounded by trickers at all times. There was a load of other things going on in my life that were pretty devastating, and I didn't really know how to deal with them because tricking was always my crutch. If I'm feeling great, I just go to a session and I feel even better. If I'm feeling shit and I go to a session, then I kind of let out all of my negative energy and all my, I don't know, I just kind of don't think about everything else that's going on in my life, and I always feel much better because of the exercise and because of completely taking my mind off shit. I found it very difficult to deal with the fact that I had such a serious injury. That first period after surgery, when I needed help getting up to go to the bathroom and couldn't cook meals, couldn't really do anything for myself, it was shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was just shit. It's gonna be shit for you if you're about to have ACL reconstruction, if you've just had ACL reconstruction. Try and remove yourself from it because it's very, very easy to slip into a negative mindset and think I'm never gonna be able to do what I love again. I can't do this, I can't do that. Just forget about it. Focus on all of the things that you know that you can do to make yourself better. Before you know it, you're 2 years down the line like me, and I'm doing some of the most knee-intensive things that I could ever do, and I'm fine. There is always going to be setbacks, whether they're big or small. My ACL was reconstructed using a hamstring graft. That meant that it was very difficult for me to regain the strength and flexibility in my hamstring. So my first day going back to work, my physio told me to have a break every hour or so that I could go and do some exercises and then go and sit back at my desk, because at the time I was doing some bullshit job. The first break, on my first day back, I tore my hamstring. Only a very minor tear. It wasn't pleasant. After doing that, and also having a very small issue with my hamstring again a couple of weeks prior to that, it had me scared. Every little feeling that I had in my knee or in my hamstring or anywhere like that, it killed me, because I was like, right, I've re-injured my ACL, that's it, I'm fucked. A lot of the feelings that I'd have in my legs would be just scar tissue breaking up. So I'd be getting freaked out and I'd be like, oh shit, I've really hurt myself. Feel something that was abnormal, and I'd think that's it, it's fucked, it's done. But that wasn't the case. I'm here now and I'm fine. And I didn't re-injure my ACL. My ACL is actually stronger than ever. I'm here to tell you that this is going to be okay. If you're about to go through ACL reconstruction, I know you're going to be scared. It is going to be okay, I promise you. If you work hard enough and you really believe that you're going to be okay, you will be. Because I'm the perfect example of that. It's 2 years post. I don't know which knee's better now. The exercises that helped me through my recovery most were pistol squats. They just strengthened my knees so much and so fast, and I was doing them every single day. I stuck to my rehab religiously, and I did more. After your surgery, they have to tell you that there's a chance that you won't be able to do what you were doing before, no matter what sport. So obviously with me doing tricking, it was highly likely in their minds that I wouldn't be able to do it again. But that was never an option for me. And because of that, I got back to tricking. My 1 year post-surgery sampler is actually one of the best tricking samplers that I've ever made. I put my entire life into it. Almost every single day for 9 months, I went to the gym. Even when I was getting back into tricks, I took it so slowly just to make sure that I was strong enough and I was ready to get back into it, because the last thing I wanted was to re-injure my knee. So a lot of people do message me about knee injuries. You can talk to me as much as you want, but the only person that's going to make a difference between you getting back to what you were before your injury and what you are after is you. I can tell you everything that I went through, but it's not going to make as much of a difference as you can. Because if you do enough rehab and you take it seriously enough, then you can do whatever you want, no matter what any doctor tells you, I promise you. When I first went to the doctors, I remember the doctor said that I shouldn't be walking. I wish I'd have gone to the doctor immediately after getting back from Colorado. That would have changed things entirely. I wouldn't have spent 6 months in agony still trying to lift and still trying to do flips. I highly suggest you go and get it checked out, because if you don't know how long you're going to end up being out for. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an insight into my knee injury, because it was such a big experience for me, and I want anybody who's going through a knee injury, any kind of injury, just work hard enough, you will get back and you'll be stronger than ever. Thank you to every single one of you who's subscribed. Thank you to every single one of you who watches my videos, because like the growth of this channel is just blowing me away every single day. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I make a video every single day. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Much love. Peace.